Hello, this is Shah. How you doing? I want to talk about two amazing experiences I had in nature, and both of them are very unique. Um, so I hope you enjoy them as much as I did. I want to talk about this day that I went to Yosemite National Park with a friend of mine who always asked me to take him with me when I go, exploring in nature. And I told him from the very beginning that when we go, don't expect me to, be available for, for conversation the whole time. I like to have quiet moments. I like to go take, pictures, meditate. And he said, I'm fine. I don't have any problem. You can do what you want, and I'll do what I want. I live alone anyway, so I'm used to being alone. I said, well, that's great. So we went and got us a lot of groceries for about 7 days. So everything was great. And driving over there, we had a great time. And the next day, we went for a walk to a waterfall, beautiful bridal vale in Yosemite Valley. By the way, if you haven't been there, you've got to go there. It's the most beautiful place I've ever been. One of the most beautiful places. Yosemite is like gift from nature. Anyway, so we went for this walk and came back, and he started cooking. I told him that I want to go for a walk by myself. I grabbed my camera and went looking for something beautiful to take pictures of. And I lost track of time. I might have taken a couple of hours or something like that. By the time I came back, I noticed that my friend wasn't very talkative and it seemed like he was not happy. And so I said, are you upset with anything? He said, no, no, I'm fine. But I knew something was wrong. So I went to go to the restroom, and when I came back, he was gone, and all the groceries were left, and he was gone, and I couldn't understand what happened. It took me a while to understand that he really left, and so it was kind of hard on me because I never want to make anybody upset, especially when this was like a spiritual kind of journey, a trip that we wanted to go together and talk about beautiful things, spiritual things, which is my favorite subject. Anyway, I was very upset uh, for multiple reasons. One was that he left me, and I kind of took it personal that he did that. I thought this is probably the end of our relationship because you don't just leave without saying goodbye. And especially when I didn't do anything other than just went for, a walk and to take pictures. Anyway, I had emotions that were coming up. And so I kind of felt this emptiness when he was gone and I was there by myself, even though I was used to doing things on my own, but that was different because I had all these thoughts that, oh, we're never going to see each other again. This is it. So loss of a relationship. So it was kind of hard. And I had to work on myself. I had to find a way to deal with this thing. And I did felt like going back home, but I did not want to do that. And one side of me, so I had this battle in my, which I'm very used to this kind of situations where I need to change my thinking. So, and I was walking in this beautiful pasture in Yosemite Valley, very beautiful. But because my state of mind was not peaceful, um, I was not into it. I was just into my head. And as I was walking and just going through all the stuff in my head and not really enjoying the view, which was fantastic, the sun and the blue sky and everything as good as it could be. I saw this deer, small deer, uh, and naturally I wanted to go and touch it and kind of um, see if I could get the deer to, interact with me. But as soon as I got a few steps towards it, the mother showed up and made it very clear that I had no business getting close to her little one, and I had to kind of step back. And something came over me. I decided to see if I could somehow communicate with the deer. I sat down and I started thinking, these must be in heaven. This must be heaven for them because they don't have a natural enemy in Yosemite, and they have all the food they can ask for, and they're healthy. They got the family, and as I noticed, there a couple more were in the distance. Usually, they don't walk around by themselves. They usually are in a pack, in a herd or whatever it's called. So I sat down and closed my eyes and started to meditate for like 10, 15 minutes. And when I opened my eyes, I saw them still there. This time I tried to walk toward them, and the mother kind of, I don't know, somehow communicated with her, you know, son or daughter, I don't know. And I was able to get closer than before. I got a few steps, and they did not run away. It seemed like they felt my energy or something. So I was very careful. I didn't want to scare them off. So I started walking slightly closer and closer. And I got to like about 8 feet or something like that. And then the mother signaled and they moved away. I decided to do more meditation. And I sat down and closed my eyes and tried to, vibrate energy to them, send energy and show them that I mean, no harm. And as I closed my eyes for a long time this time, and when I opened my eyes, there were like a whole bunch of them. And as I started walking, they started walking. So they started following me. I did not want to scare them off, so I let them feel comfortable. But the fact that they were following me, it was amazing. And it seemed like I owned them or something. As I was walking, all these deers were following me. So I sat down again. I thought, if it works, let's do it some more, and started meditating again. And my eyes were closed, and I was really going deeper and deeper every time I tried to meditate. This time I went really deep. I kind of lost where I was, and I was so relaxed. And I opened my eyes, and I noticed there were like 12 or more uh, Japanese people or Chinese, I don't know. They were all sitting down behind me. They were meditating too because they speak. I don't know how they realized something magical is going on here between me and this all these deers. And so they were all behind me, and we were all meditating. So and these deers came around us. It was like we became part of them. And the good part was the people that were behind me, they knew what to do and not to do. They were not aggressive. They didn't try to touch the deer. They didn't do anything. They just felt the energy. And up to today, I still don't know how they all realized what was going on and sat behind me. So it was I think, once in a lifetime kind of experience to bring all the deers and the people together with my calmness and with my positive energy, because with everything in me was positive, and I just loved them and wanted to show them that I loved them. And it was a great experience. And but what makes that day even more special is that I decided, I was in such a great mood, full of energy, wanted to do anything. I decided to go to Vernal Falls, which is out in Yosemite, but it's a big hike, so you have to go about an hour and a half. You have to take the trail, and I took the trail, and it's uphill, so it is a little bit. It takes your breath. You have to be in good shape to go all the way without resting multiple times. So I got to almost to a point where I could see the bottom of where the waterfall hit the ground, and it was like spray of water, moisture in the air. I decided to go to the bottom, and there was like a little pool of water. It was, I don't know, but maybe 100 feet by 100 feet or something like that. And the water was freezing cold. So I just, there were people moving up the trail, but I came off the trail and had to go over these huge rocks to get to the bottom. And then I saw a big rock that was right underneath the waterfall. The water was hitting the rock, and it was beautiful. I decided to jump in the water and go and sit on that big rock. And the water was ice cold. Um, so I jumped, and anyway, I swam to that rock, and I laid on my back, and I could feel the sprinkle of the water hitting my skin like little needles. It wasn't painful or anything, but it was like a little needle, but kind of heavenly feeling. And as I laid on my back, I saw this rainbow that was coming from one side of the pool to the other side because of the moisture in the air. And I just felt, my God, this is unreal. The feeling that I had with the experience that I had before, and now with this beautiful rainbow right over my head, I felt like I could touch it. And then within minutes, another rainbow. So it was a double rainbow. I felt like it was like 20 feet over my head, and they were both that close. And I'm laying like me and just nature, laying underneath this, not the where the water is falling really hard, not there, but kind of a little bit off, maybe 20 feet away from that rush of the water. Anyway, these two rainbows, and the experience that I had is beyond anything I can say. That then I realized how I went from being in hell in my head to this heaven with the experience with the animals, and now with the water and the double rainbow. And it was out of this world. the feeling that I had under that, I'd never forget for the rest of my life. I had a friend actually that we met over there, and he took some pictures, and I asked him to send me a copy, and I had that picture. If I can find it, I will post it. So you can see me. It's like a dot. I'm like a dot on that rock. You can't see me if you look at the whole picture. But if you pinch it open and magnify it, then you begin to, you can see me. If you magnify all the way, you could actually see me on the rock. And so it's a wonderful, wonderful experience. And another example of how everything happened just in my head. And somehow uh, nature responded to my, um, wonderful energy that I was putting out. And that's one of the best days of my life because I was feeling like I could not feel any better than that. So happy with who I was, where I was. I didn't want to be any other place. I didn't need anybody. I didn't need anything, any food. I was just there enjoying the present moments, which happened to be in Yosemite National Park on the Vernal Falls. And I want to end this with um, you can create your own heaven. It's not going to be like that day but it could be in your own way. You could create beautiful moments. Not all the time. Nobody can expect to have these kind of experiences all the time. But the fact that you can affect your experiences, it's the message. The message is that you can create beautiful moments by the way you think, by the way you deal with yourself on the inside, and create a wonderful day for yourself. Namaste. See you on my next video. I hope you enjoyed my little stories. I'm a storyteller. I love telling stories, and especially beautiful ones like this one. Take care.